riding at the helm of this awesome ship in a storm. I keep saying that she feels like she's screaming at a thunderstorm. And I love that. Too bad I don't like the card at all. In my opinion, this is the worst of the uncommon legendary creatures in the set. 4 mana 3/3 when it enters the battlefield, scry 3, which, like, that's good for draft and limited. That's a useful bit of, like, deck manipulation, but not a powerful build around me. And when she dies, you draw 3 cards if 3 or more creatures died this turn. So what are we doing here? Mono blue aristocrats? We can't do board wipes. I'm not sure what the heck you do with this. And I believe she's in the new trailer. I don't know. Good luck. Carfell Harbinger. Okay. Foil. Oh, right. Okay, this is the zombie wizard. That's a 2 mana 1/3. You can tap it for blue mana. You can spend this mana only to foretell a card from your hand or cast an instant or sorcery spell. But that's pretty good. I think this is a zombie that people may unironically drop into wizard tribal decks and really do some work with it. I mean, just, since when does blue have mana dorks? Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe I do play Imperious Perfect in my elf deck currently, and this card, I think it was given out to, like, participants in the Grand Prix or something like that. You had to, like, earn this card. I think they gave out foils to judges or something. But I knew that this art was full and existed somewhere out there, but I couldn't find it. It was too valuable or whatever. So I just settled for a normal version of the card. This is absolutely going in my elf deck, and I'm showing it off. That's awesome. I'm very happy with that. The list is doing me much better this time around than it did last time. Please tell me there are no conspiracy cards in this set, in the list. Oh, I think one of my other cards from the list in the last one was a common. Another one of my cards from the list was a silver bordered card, so you literally couldn't play it. Okay, that's very pretty. Very pretty. Snowcoat Island. Cool. Beskir. Beskir? Like the Mandalorian metal armor? Beskir Shieldmate.
Close
All right.
enough.
Yeah. Funeral Longboat. That's a cool boat. I want to see more boats in Magic. This one's not that good, but Invoke the Divine. It's alright. Battlefield Raptor. That raptor, I think, knows how cool it is. Look at that explosion. It's just like, yeah, I did that. Somehow. With my first strike. Suntail Hawk, eat your heart out. Stalwart Valkyrie. You may pay 2 and exile a creature card from your graveyard rather than pay this spell's mana cost. I mean, exiling creature cards from your graveyard is easier to do late in the game, but early in the game is when you want to pay 2 mana for a big flying angel, or medium-sized flying angel. So I don't know, it's kind of awkward that when you can afford to do the latter ability is when you can afford to do the upper ability. I don't know. Renegade Reaper, we've seen before. Furia, nice to see you again. Bye-bye, though. Dream Devourer. Now, this is actually one of the better cards in the set, if you ask me. This is going to become a CEDH card, and I am so upset that it is black. Why could this card not have been white? White
I mean, look at it. Does it look like a white card to you?
No, okay. I mean, erase all the flavor stuff. You could have said that this was a human cleric or something instead. You're right, though. The card is very demon-y, as they've concepted it here. But we have a 2-mana 0/3 cleric. Sounds like a white card to me. Each non-land card in your hand without Foretell has Foretell. Its Foretell cost is equal to its mana cost reduced by 2. So literally this is a 2-mana 0/3 cleric that allows you to exile cards from your hand and cast them later. Which is like, white is the color most aligned with exiling things. And it really needs some mana ramp or card advantage. And I don't know if this probably doesn't count as card advantage, but you could count it as ramp in that you can do 2 mana now and then the rest of the mana later, splitting it up and effectively doing it earlier. You could have a 5 mana spell and foretell it on turn 2 and cast the rest of it on turn 3. That's ramp for white. This would be a creative way of doing white ramp by exiling something. And there's already a white-blue foretell deck, a commander deck going on. Whenever you foretell a card, Dreamdvar gets +2/+0 until end of turn. That's just like a last-ditch effort to go like, hey, by the way, it's a demon who like fights people, guys. That could have just as easily said like +1/+1 and lifelink until end of turn, and then it's a human cleric, and it's one of the best cards in the set, and people will be applauding like, oh, finally, white gets some good stuff. White hasn't gotten a really good card since like Smothering Tithe 2 years ago or something. Gosh, it needs it. It's gonna be so, they're gonna be so grateful. But no, give it to black. I'm gonna play it. I'm definitely gonna play it though. Ooh, Bergie, God of Storytelling. I've heard some people really like identify with this character. A lot of the lore people really like her. 3 mana, legendary creature god, 3/3. Whenever you cast a spell, add red. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. So this is like a storm card. Creatures you control can boast twice rather than, or during each of your turns rather than once. Alright, boast commander. Cool. Whoop. Harnfell, Horn of Bounty. 5 mana for legendary artifact. You can discard a card to exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. I don't know if that's going to be played very much, but it's kind of neat. Just 5 mana to do it. It's kind of a lot. But yeah, cool card. Cool card. And the showcase, of course. Very nice. Berg Strider, don't care. My foil is a spider. Alright, whatever. And, the foretell token. Okay. So you can keep track of... Did you know that when you foretell a card, you're supposed to keep track of the order that your cards were foretold? You're not supposed to rearrange them, because your opponents are supposed to be able to know which was the first card that you foretold, which was the second, which was the third, and then decide accordingly if they want to deal with something. Not like they can do much to the cards that are in exile. I thought one of the things that they did better than Morph back in the day was that you didn't have to keep track of which one was which, and be like, oh no, this one, and then that one, and then try to figure out which one you want to mess with on the battlefield. Focus. There you go. But nope, you got to keep them in order. Everybody loves keeping their graveyard in order, after all, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody does that. They keep their graveyard in order. No, people would rather not play cards that care about graveyard order, even if they're good, just because they don't want to be bothered.
Yeah, there's not very many of them out there anyway, right?
There's like 10 in Magic's history, and like 3 of them are good. But
yeah, I didn't even know there were 10. I just thought there were like 2.
Yeah,
no one plays them.
Yeah, no one plays them. Like I said, most of them are bad, and the ones that aren't bad aren't good enough that people want to play them.
Yeah.
And they're also like old, hard to find. Mm-hmm. Wait! I almost passed over this. 1 green for a 1/2 reach elf rogue. Oh, I'm listening. Tap an untapped creature you control. Add 1 mana of any color. This is kind of good, actually, for what my elf deck is trying to do. I may play this. Duskwielder, 1 black for a 1/2. But this one has boast, so you have to attack with it, and then if you boast, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. This is actually not good, because it's likely to die, and draining 1 opponent is not that good. If it drained all of my opponents, I still might not play it, but then I would say, oh, it's kind of good, but maybe I'm not playing. Rune of Mortality. I think all the runes are kind of good, because they draw a card when you play them. This one gives Death Touch, and Death Touch is a great ability. I think this card's cool. Finn the human. I've been brainstorming a Finn the Fanebearer deck. I just started it, really. So I haven't really come to the conclusion yet of whether or not this card is good. I do know people are morbidly afraid of poison. And this guy poisons people. I don't know how. Look into this face and say, yeah, this guy He's not going to hit you with that shield. He's not going to hit you with that axe. He's not going to punch you, grapple you. He's going to poison you. And all of the other things, all of the rest of his death touchers are going to poison you. Look at him. He clearly has death touch, right? No. No, I don't think so at all. I think this card was probably completely reconcepted at some point from a different card. This and this don't really match up at all to me. But I still like it. Because it's Finn the Human, and because death touch equals poison, and it might be sick. We'll see. Binding of the Old Gods. I think this card's pretty good. Furia's Retribution. This card is very good. I mean, compared to the one from earlier, this is 4 mana to make a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance. Whereas the other one was like 7 to do it. And the next turn, angels you control have the ability to tap to destroy a creature with less power than it. And the turn after that, angels you control gain double strike. So this is excellent in Angel Tribal. I got a foil one, and that's going to be traded to my friend who's playing Angel Tribal. We got the Snowland that can be any color. It's okay. We got a foil. Oh, we got a foil of that elf that I was considering playing. I think it's very likely I'm going to play. If I've got a foil one, now I got to play it. And then the last card. Is it from the list? Nope. It's a Human Warrior token. Okay. Seeing fewer and fewer new cards, of course. But there's still quite a few. I've heard people say that this set has the most text of any one Magic set ever. I think of new cards anyway, because Mystery Booster's got to beat that. But hey, it's Tyvar, the only vertical one here. Well, there are other Planeswalkers. Planeswalkers are vertical. So that's cool. Oh, Tyvar himself is actually one of the most wanted cards for me in this set. I have the Elf Tribal deck. He's the Elf Planeswalker. Oh, gosh. I still have a lot of packs left. I'm really hoping for Tyvar. Okay, for the rest of this, yeah, I'd love to get Vorinclex. That's the real money card. Yeah, I'd love to get whatever the equivalent of Loki is in here. I forget what it's called. That would be money as well. Valky, I think? With Tybalt on the back. That'd be money. I really, really want to get the Dragon and the Elf Planeswalker, Tyvar. Those are the two ones I'm really hoping to get. Okay. Goldvein Pick is kind of cool. 2 mana to cast, 1 to equip gives +1/+1. That's a little underwhelming, but whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. I think if you got a deck that has lots of little evasive creatures in it, like my vampire deck, actually, I might want to play this in there. It makes the little evasive creatures a little bigger, and if they can consistently hit people, you're going to consistently make treasure and ramp.
Oh, by the way, I think the Loki equivalent in Kaldheim is Valky, God of Lies.
Valky, okay, I did get it. Alright, took me a minute. But thank you. Blizzard Brawl is pretty good for snow. Spirit of Aldergard is pretty good for snow. Crippling Fear. Now this is cool. So, this is a board wipe for tribal decks. It's not the best board wipe. It gives -3/-3. There's a lot of things that are going to survive that, especially in Commander. But it's a potentially one-sided partial board wipe for tribal decks. I might play this in Elves. I might play this in Vampires. I think I'm going to try it out. Because you can choose a creature type and then everything else shrinks. And then, even if your opponent's creatures don't die, if they get -3/-3, suddenly your Elves and your Vampires are actually threatening. Because their 4/4s and 5/5s become 1/1s and 2/2s. And now, you're fighting on equal footing against dinosaurs and dragons and whatnot. So, I like it. I'm going to try it out. Narfi. This is another one of those uncommon commanders that I really respect. 5 mana, 4/3, legendary snow creature zombie wizard. Other snow and zombie creatures you control get +1/+1. And for 3 snow, return Narfi from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. This is so cool! I would be so happy to see someone play this. I've got a few decks I'm working on myself right now, so I'm not going to build it. But very cool. And what in the heck is this? Svella Ice Shaper? Do I... Oh! Okay, so we got a foil showcase card. It's an uncommon, but it's that troll that I saw before that I thought was cool, was making icy manoliths. But now I got a foil one. If I get a foil showcase legendary creature, do I have to build the deck? I have to at least consider it. This card's very pretty. Do I have a list card behind it? I don't. Okay, but this card is super cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd love for it to be a rare or a mythic showcase foil. Don't have... I think that's my only showcase foil so far. Love to get a Finn or King Harold.
Which pile?
I'm going to put it over here with the other showcase cards so far. We got neat angel art. Okay. We've got Snow-Covered Plains, Not Volt Recluse. Oh, and it's the good pupper, the fearless pop. It's got first strike, and it's gonna boast. So, woo! Mammoth growth. It's growing like a mammoth because it is a mammoth. Of course, it has mammoth growth. All mammoths have mammoth growth. This card's pretty cool for draft and sealed and stuff. Okay, is this card good? It has Tyvar and his brother Harold on it. And they're... Oh, they're very intimate. I don't know. 3 colors and a green, sorcery. Put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. Then that creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Foretell. Yeah, I don't know. If I rebuild my Skullbriar deck, I'll put it in there. But I don't think I'm going to be playing it in anything I currently have. We got a Lil Shapeshifter. We got King Harold's Revenge, on the other hand. This card's pretty sweet. 2 colors and a green, sorcery. Until end of turn, target creature you control. A target creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control and gains trample. It must be blocked this turn of Fable. I want to play this in Finn the Human. Because I'm planning on doing like lots and lots of Death Touch creatures. And it's like a go-wide swarm of Death Touch creatures. So say I have like 4 of them. Harold will get +4/+4 and trample and must be blocked and has Death Touch. Do you know how good trample and Death Touch are together? With trample, you have to assign lethal combat damage to each blocker in order to carry on to the next blocker and eventually carry on to the defending player. With Death Touch, lethal damage is 1. So if I'm getting like +4/+4, so it's like a 5/6 Death Touch trample, and it forces my opponent to block. So they're going to lose at least 1 creature because I'm going to assign 1 damage to it. And then I'm going to hit their face and I'm going to poison them. Oh, this card. it has a place. It has places. It's going places. Elderfane Ritualist. When it dies, return an elf card from your grave to your hand. This is exactly what I don't want to be doing in my elf deck. Graven Lore. Here's my first rare from this pack. 5 mana, snow instant, scry X, where X is the amount of snow spent to cast this spell, then draw 3 cards. Seems alright if you're building Narfi or Yorn or something. Here's that angel I don't like that much. Here's my foil Iron Verdict, which is not great. And the list card? It is, but it's a crappy list card. A really, really crappy list card. It's a 1-mana common dinosaur, which I have like 15 of already. And you have to ascend in order for it to do anything worth a dang. And then it becomes a 3/3 once you have 10 permanents on the battlefield. Sure, a 1-mana 3/3 should be exciting, but it's exciting on turn 1 or 2, not turn 8. No, this card is garbage, and it's insulting that they give us garbage like this. They don't all have to be, gems. They don't all have to be Awakening or whatever, but like, give me a cool uncommon and not some garbage common that like people will get this in draft and throw it in the garbage. People will get it in sealed and throw it in the garbage. And you give it to me as the reward for my 1 in 4 set booster packs list card. Feels bad, man. Alright, well. Okay. Art card. Cool demon. Very cool demon. Snowplains. Code spell cleric. Okay, he knows how to code. That's cool. With spells. Oh! Oh, hey, happy baddie.
What?
We got a kitty.
It's kitty.
We got... It's 5 and a white for a creature cat. It's a vigilance 3/6, but you can foretell it for 3 and a white. Is this good enough to make it into the cat's deck? I'm a little skeptical.
I mean, I might play it for a little bit, just to, like, mix things up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, like, looking at it.
Yeah.
Look at it. It's just lounging.
Vigilance is neat, but the rest of it's a little expensive for maybe not enough reward. Oh! Hey, we got another Carter the Demon Scourge. That's cool. Now I got 2 of them. I'd love to have a foil or a, what do you call it, the showcase card. And, you know, you get that kind of thing more often with Collector's Boosters, but Collector's Boosters cost 3 times as much. 4 times as much, maybe. Anyway, Draugr Helm. I like pretty much all of these equipment that you can make tokens, except for the white one. Immersturm. Skullcairn. This is so cool. Carter's Vicious Return. I don't remember what this one does. 4 mana. You may sacrifice a creature. When you do, Carter's Vicious Return deals 3 damage to any target. Okay, starts off with a lightning bolt that you have to pay more for and sacrifice something. Ouch. 2, each player discards a card. Ouch. Then, hopefully the great finale, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. It gains haste until your next turn. That's pretty powerful. I don't know that I have a deck that wants to play that, but there's certainly something out there that does. Cyclone Summoner. This is a cool wizard that I will play in my giant deck, a cool giant. It's kind of like a Cyclonic Rift, but it's a sorcery. But it's a 7/7, so it's kind of good. Oh, hey! Carter Demon Scourge, I was just talking about you. Yeah, I was just in the same pack. Got 2 Carters, and earlier I was like, oh, I wish you were Showcase. Well, here you are, Showcase. Well, that's very cool. Now this is the one that I'm playing in my Xantcha deck. Now, I wish you were a foil Showcase, but we'll see. And Axgard Cavalry. I think this is a cool dwarf. If I build that red dwarf deck, you're going in it. And the list? No. It's a foretell token. Okay. We are an hour and a half into this. We are over halfway through the packs. And I think the packs are going a little faster on average. We got Narfi. Narfi's cool. We got Sulphurous Mire. That's cool. Behold the Multiverse. Enter the Spider-Verse. Ravenform. People have been talking about that card. I think it's okay to do a little bit of color pie bleeding. To allow one color to do what another color does, as long as it's clear who has to jump through more hoops, and who gets more limited access to it, and who gets it all the time, and who gets it better. You know, so maybe blue gets only a sorcery that does it, and maybe you have to foretell it in order to get it for a fair cost, and maybe your opponent gets like a bird, or whatever. I'm okay with a little bit of color pie bleeding here and there. Feed the Swarm, a black spell destroying an enchantment. I'm okay with that kind of stuff, as long as everybody seems to get a little bit of it. But everybody except for white gets it. Once again, people have been, you know, that's the meme lately after all. Like, oh, white doesn't get anything nice. But, like, there's so much evidence, time and time again. White doesn't get nice things, and I have a theory about that, but I'll go into it maybe a little later. Battle for Bredegard. You make a human token, you make an elf token, you choose any number of artifact tokens or creature tokens with different names and make a copy of each of them. Seems okay in token decks. Henge Pathway. Hey, cool, another double phase land, and is it the 3rd white-blue one that I've got now? And I don't play white-blue. So, sweet. I hope someone wants to trade. Because I got a lot of these.
Maybe it's something Jay would want. Does
Yeah.
he play white? I know he plays white.
Hey!
Ooh.
Alright, I was talking about building maybe a Magda deck. And granted, I would love to get the showcase version, but I might prefer this foil version of Magda to showcase version, actually. I might. This is kind of the more younger depiction of her, the kind of more realistic depiction of her, as opposed to the other one that's a little more like, I don't know, mythical, you could say. I like this. Anytime that I get a foil legendary creature, I'm like, well, the fates have chosen my deck for me. And from the list I get... Fractured Power Stone. It is a 2-mana artifact that taps for a colorless and allows you to roll the planar die. Roll the planar die. Yeah. I hear that there are some people who are still playing this in Commander just because it's a Mind Stone that's worse. It's a Arcane Signet that's worse. It's a lot of things, but worse. Even though you can't roll the planar die. I have not gotten that desperate. I would be embarrassed to play it personally. Also, I bought all of the Plane Chase decks. I have all of them, which means I have like 8 or 10 Fractured Power Stones already. So, cool. Well, I wanted Vorinclex. This isn't what I had in mind. But okay. Art card. Oh, hey, a foil one of these. Oh, hey, it's blue-white again. The color combination I don't play. I'm not listening to the fates trying to tell me that I should be playing blue-white just because they give me a bunch of foil blue-white lands. I'm not listening. I don't like blue-white. Priest, we've been over Village Rites. I think this card's really good. Infernal Pet's actually kind of good. Because it's +1/+1 counters. And 3-mana 2/2 that grows. Gains flying. Yeah, it's got some good stuff going on there. Candlemaster is alright. Gives 2 creatures indestructible. And extra power. Sure, just the one time, but that's a big swing. Also, does this demon remind anyone else of the one from Insidious? It's like behind that one guy and during a conversation. The face and the expression is kind of similar to me. But also, you don't see a lot of like mind rot effects in Commander, and maybe this doesn't see any Commander play anyway. But I like this, that you can foretell it, so you can split up the mana costs and do it some opportune moment. But also, target opponent discards 2 cards. If fewer than 2 cards were discarded this way, you draw cards equal to the difference. Ooh. So actually, sure. You could aim it at someone who has 2 cards in their hand and they discard those 2 cards. Mm-hmm. And that is mean, because now one of your opponents has no cards in hand. It's a powerful effect. Mm-hmm. Or if they have 1 card, then they discard their one and only card and you draw 1, which is pretty good. Mm-hmm. Or you aim at someone who's already got no cards in hand and you just draw 2. All of these things are pretty good. For a common, I think this is cool. Not sure if it's going to see Commander play. I think it's cool. Reflections of Lityara. So where is this good? 5 mana enchantment. When enters the creature type, enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, copy that spell. So you choose Leviathan or Serpent. That could be cool. You choose Octopus. I don't know. But what blue tribes are supported the best? Fairy, Rogue, Merfolk, and then you spend 5 mana on an enchantment that doesn't do anything on its own, and then you start getting like an extra Fairy, like an extra 2 mana 1/1 flyer or something, or an extra Merfolk. Oh, and they better not be legendary. Are we playing a lot of legendary Merfolk, a lot of legendary fairies? Yeah, we're getting to play kind of a lot of legends these days. So those don't really work. They die. So, okay, it's at its best when you're playing a big tribe. But then what are we talking about? I think Sphinx Tribal is probably the best fit for this. Otherwise, like multicolor tribal decks, like like the Dragon maybe, but there's a lot of legends in that. I don't know. Morophon decks maybe, something. That's my rare. Glittering Frost. Okay, cool. Oh, foil Vengeful Reaper. Well, that's cool. I know someone working on Angel deck who's going to want the foil one, possibly. But then do I get a card from the list? I do not. Oh, I do get an Icy Manolith, though. That's nice. I got a feeling that after getting like the Fractured Power Stone that I don't like, and the Snubhorn Sentry that I don't like, from my list cards, the list is like, well, fine. I won't give you anything for a while then. Then see how you feel. And then when I give you a common, you better be happy about it. Well...
Spoiler alert, you won't be happy about it.
No, I won't actually. Okay, pretty. Land, Raven Form, Carfel... Agar! Awesome! I am working on that giant tribal deck, and this is not the commander. I'm going to be playing Ruhan of the Fomori as the commander, so I can play white giants as well. But this will be in there for sure, and it'll be good. Because giants tend to deal excess damage. And I'm going to be playing Blasphemous Act and a couple other things. And I'm going to draw some cards, you believe me. This card's good. So then Frostfire, I'm not sure if I'm going to play it. Invasion of the Giants, excellent. Well, that's a theme right there. And, oh, okay, I'm very happy about this. Fire Giant's Fury. This is another card which, you see down here the collector's number, 389 out of nothing. This is from a theme booster. I was worried about whether or not I would get one and have to go buy singles online. It probably wouldn't be expensive, but still, glad to just draw one. It's a pretty good card for Giant Tribal. Yes! Okay, I forgot to mention this one. This is one of the most wanted cards by me in this set, because it's the Vampire Dragon. I have a Vampire Tribal deck, as I've mentioned, and I try to keep it really low to the ground. It's Edgar Markov, of course, so the more vampires you cast, the better. So I want them to be generally very low mana. This is 4 mana, which is pushing it. That's more than I usually want to spend. But what do you get for it? A 3/3 flying Vampire Dragon? That's cool, but it's not exactly on curve. Whenever Immersturm Predator becomes tapped, exile up to one target card from a graveyard, and put a +1/+1 counter on Immersturm Predator. Oh, so it's actually going to be a 4/4 flyer by the time it attacks, and you will have exiled something. And technically it's not tied to attacking, it's tied to tapping. So there are other things that could tap it, where I get to make it bigger for doing so. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, wait, there's another ability? Sacrifice another creature, it gains indestructible until end of turn. This is like regeneration, but in some cases better. My vampire deck makes vampire tokens constantly. In fact, when I cast Immersturm Predator, I'll get a free 1/1 token alongside it that I can sack to save its life. This card's super, super good there. Happy, super happy to get it. And I've got a second rare. Skemfar Avenger. 2 mana, 3/1 Elf Berserker. Oh, you're tempting. What's the rest of what you do? Whenever another non-token Elf or Berserker you control dies, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Oh, heck yeah. I'm absolutely going to be playing this in my Elf Tribal deck. Oh, it's going to be so hard to make room for everything now. So many cuts to make. It's going to be very difficult. And we got a 3 rare pack. And this rare is, once again, from Theme Boosters. 376 out of nothing. Now, I don't think this card's that great. 5 mana, 5/3 Flying Trample. You can pay 3 life to return it from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only if you had an Angel or Berserker into the battlefield and you control this turn. That's fine. That's not bad. It's not, like, crazy good. But I'm still glad that I got it, because it's hard to get otherwise. And it's a 3rd rare in this pack. Going to a foil Skull Raid and coming up on what is maybe the list card. Come on! No. Nope. It's a Zombie Berserker token, though. That's cool. Okay. All right. That pack was pretty sick. Triple rare. And I think there were 2 theme deck cards in it. Okay. We got here. Oh, we got Torolf. He's another guy that I am considering as a commander for a just straight up burn deck in Commander. Haven't really seen much burn decks in Commander, but he could do it. I did already pull him in my pre-release kit, though, so... Ascent of the Worthies, alright. Great Hall of Starnheim's alright. Battle for Bredegard again. Okay, don't love this card. Keep getting it, though. Blizzard Brawl. My foil rare. Come on, the list card. Ooh, Bear Token. Okay, that pack was actually... That pack might have been hot garbage. A rare that I already have 2 or 3 copies of. It's probably a $1 rare. I'm not playing it in any decks. I got no other rares. My foil was a common that's not that good. My last card was a token. Oh, okay. We've got a gold foil signature stamped art card. This one is for the Beskir Shieldmate. Neat. It's a common, so I doubt it's going to be worth much, but, I mean, it's the art from a common, and I guess that is a factor. But from what I've seen. Alpine Meadow, that's cool. Oh, it's red-white. Okay. Draugr Thought Thief, Run Ashore, Strategic Planning, Missive Lityara, Barnburrow Intruder, Carter's vs. Return. Oh, I just saw something. Oh, it's pretty.
Oh, wow.
We have a borderless mythic rare, Starnheim Unleashed. 4 mana, sorcery, create a Angel Warrior creature token, a 4/4, with flying and vigilance. If this spell was foretold, create X of those tokens instead. This is cool, and I think our roommate with the Angel deck is going to want this. And in fact, I know she will. This is very cool. Oh, and then I got another Svella with the showcase art. Although I do already have a foil one, so I don't need this one. But the list card? Oh, wait. No, right. There's a foil first. Then the list card? Oh! So, it's a textless full art Duneblade, which is kind of cool, except I literally do already own one because I was enrolled in Player Rewards when they were mailing these to people. So I already have one. I've never played it in a Commander deck. I maybe ever... It's I don't know. Maybe I did a long time ago. I've had it in my trade binder for a while. Nobody wants it. Doomblade is just slightly not good enough for Commander, according to most people, I guess. Just slightly. It's a 2-mana destruction spell. But I guess it doesn't get black creatures, and that's a pretty big hole to not... I mean, to just roll over and die against black decks? Oof. Alright. Oh, we got the other Vorinclex art. Oh my god. Art. Just... somebody mentioned earlier today that it looks like Saturn devouring his son.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. A little bit. I mean, that kind of looks like a big baby. It's not, I don't think. Jesus. Alright. Well, would love to draw a Vorinclex. Or a Valky. But really want Tyvar and the dragon. The other dragon. I got the one dragon. Okay. Arnie. Okay, neat. Arnie Broken Bow. Alright, that's cool. Shimmerdrift Veil. Gold Medal Champion. And the list? No. Not even anything. Okay. And it's Arnie again. Okay. Ooh, foil Alpine Meadow. Red-white deck? Yeah, okay. That's cool. Iron Verdict, not so great. Rampage of the Valkyries. Okay, this one I'm very happy to get. This is another theme booster card. So it would be very hard to find, and it's excellent for Angel Tribal. 5 mana. When it enters the battlefield, create a angel token, a 4/4 flying vigilance. And whenever another angel you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature. So this is literally Grave Pact, but for 1 more mana in white, you get a 4/4 with flying and vigilance. Whoa! Or at least in Angel Tribal, this is Grave Pact.
Angel Pact.
Yeah, that's really good. Starnheim Aspirant, another one from the Theme Booster packs. And this one makes all angel spells you cast cost 2 less. Alright, I think we got all the cards from the Theme Booster packs that we really wanted when you also count the Youthful Valkyrie. This is the best, like, cheap angel, I think. Because the Angel Tribal deck really needs more, like, low-end stuff to be doing. So 2 mana for a 1/3 flyer. Whenever another angel enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Youthful Valkyrie. So it starts off small, it gets big though, it's relevant in the early game, it's relevant in the late game, it's an all-star, and I hate this card. Shepherd of the Cosmos, alright. Clarion Spirit, alright. Doomscar Titan, cool. A Mythic Rare Angel! 3 mana, 3/3 flyer. When it enters the battlefield or dies, you may exile another creature card from your graveyard. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control other than Resplendent Marshal that shares a creature type with the exiled card. Okay, I mean, there's kind of a lot to absorb here, but I think it's good. Frost Augur, cool. Foil, Seize the Spoils, and the list card? Nope. Dwarf Berserker token, though, that's cool. There are a lot of packs in this.
I mean, yeah.
And there's Yorn. If you like Yorn, there's Yorn. Snow-covered forest, annul, bind the monster, disdainful storm. Okay. 3 seasons. What? Mill 3 cards. Oof. Return up to 2 target snow permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, that's cool. Choose 3 cards in each graveyard. Their owners shuffle those cards into the libraries. Alright. Path to the World Tree. That's cool. Trickster God's Heist. I'm not a big fan. Divine Gambit. Divine Gambit's a real big bummer. I kind of hate this card. I don't want to talk about it. Egon, God of Death is pretty cool.
Oh, I got one of those.
Ah, cool.
Remember in my pre-list?
Yeah. So 2 colors and a black for a 6/6 Death Touch, but you have to... And this is one of the rare Magic cards in modern times that seems a little too good to be true and does, in fact, have a drawback. Seems like they were really hesitant to put drawbacks on cards these days. But... at the beginning of your upkeep, exile 2 cards from your graveyard. If you can't, sacrifice it and draw a card. And on the other side, 1 black for Throne of Death. Legendary artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill a card. 2 colorless and a black. Tap, exile a creature card from your graveyard, draw a card. I've considered playing this in my elf deck just for this. 1 black, artifact, mill a card every upkeep. I think I'm going to not. But I've considered it. Priest I don't love. Foil Immersturm Skullcarn. And the list? No. Elf Warrior token, though. Good to have a bunch of Elf Warrior tokens. I'm going to need them. Yeah, we've been sitting a while.
Yeah, I can't sit in this chair for very long.
Okay, yeah, I don't blame you. Okay, that's neat. I could go for more gods here, but of course, it's still the Planeswalker and the mono red dragon that I'm really looking for.
I'll be over here for a bit.
Okay. Armed and Armored, another pretty good card from a theme booster. So glad to get it. Oh, Ascendant Spirit. Oh, right, this is the Figure of Destiny, but in blue, because... you know, if white got a good card back in the day, blue gets it now. It's complicated, but it's alright. And then, ooh, Essica, God of the Tree. Just as I was saying, boy, it'd be nice if I got another god.
You got tree god?
Yeah, it's the lady who, on the other side, is a tree. So I think this is going to become the premier, like, 5-color good stuff commander. Let's see if I can get this thing to focus on it. Yeah. Because you usually want to play more green than any other color in 5 colors anyway, because green's the color of your fixing.
Mm-hmm.
So then you play her as your commander, you have a 5-color identity, but now you have a mana ramp creature. She's got
5-color green deck.
Yeah, 5-color green. She can ramp you. She cares about legendary things. They gain vigilance and mana of any color. And then on the other side, the Prismatic Bridge. 1 mana of each color legendary enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature or planeswalker card. Put that card onto the battlefield. And the rest on the bottom in the random order. This is just so good.
And
this
also,
is so cool.
Another important thing about her, she is a very tall lady.
Is she?
She is very tall.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I mean, like, she's a god of the tree.
Oh, okay.
And also in other pictures, isn't that her, like, standing up? Like, that's super tall.
I can't tell from the camera angle if those trees are, like, 50 feet away or if they're, like, 2 feet away.
No,
but
it looks like she's tall.
Could be.
And also, she is a god. I mean, I imagine she is.
Yeah, I'm not sure how big the gods in this set are supposed to be, but...
That is true. I mean, they could be not like Theros gods.
Yeah, and like the Amonkhet... The Theros gods are, like, taller than a mountain. The Amonkhet gods are, like, as tall as a big statue.
Mm-hmm.
And
well,
these gods, I don't know if they're that big.
Some of them seem like they're people size.
Could be. Oh, I get the token for Tyvar Kell. Tease me, why don't you? Tease me with... Okay. Got those nipples out. Okay.
Oh, good thing they're like...
Male identified?
Good thing they're masculine nipples.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise,
Whoo!
yeah.
I get demonetized. I'm not monetized anyway, but still.
You'd be banned.
Be banned.
Banhammer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Snowcoat Island, Breakneck, the Hagi Mob, the Tormentor, everything. Okay. It's all nice. Swelling good. Oh, Mystic Reflection. That card's cool. It's likely going to do some tricky stuff. Pretty good card. Agar the Freezing Flame, but with the showcase art. Alright, that's cool. This is... I'm not sure which version I prefer, actually. Because this one, like, it's very stylish. But, like, it's kind of nasty looking. I prefer the giant that looks more like just a big, cool dude to one that looks like some terrifying monster. I don't know. I'll think about it. But it's very cool to get it. And the list? Oh, I did get a card from the list this time. And Soltari Monk. So, this is interesting. I'm not sure if this is technically common, because I think this predates the rarity symbols. But 2 white... for a 2/1 protection from black and shadow. Gosh, I kind of wish they'd bring back shadow. Wait, is that Agar right there? The creepy one? Might be. Oh, have I been like bumping the table the entire time and making this whole thing wiggly the whole time? Ugh, I'm sorry if I've been doing that and I just now noticed as I looked really closely. Still, this card seems pretty cool. In a like white evasive deck, white aggro deck, weenies deck, cleric tribal possibly. And I believe it got errated to be a Soltari cleric, because I think Soltari is a creature type now. Just so you know, it's not a summon anymore. It is a creature, and I think it's a Soltari cleric. And Shadow, yeah. Shadow's neat. In almost all circumstances, that's going to be unblockable. And unable to block. It's a double-edged sword. I forget her name. Bergie. Burgalicious. Oh! Yep, I'm going to play that. The black-white one. Definitely have a black-white deck. Oh, already playing that. Already playing that. Already playing that. Okay, cool. Ramheads of Valkyries, got that already. Showdown of the Scalds. A lot of people are saying this is like really good card advantage, actually. For a red-white card, you don't see this very often. Exile the top 4 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. This is essentially 4 mana draw 4 cards in red-white. This is really good, actually. Whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. That's also quite good. This is a really good card, actually. Okay. Oh, we got a foil rare over here. It's a Horse Spirit. And it makes Foretell good. I don't know if I want to build a Foretell deck. It's similar to Morph, and I just dismantled my Morph deck, but this is probably better. So I'll think about it. And no, nothing from the list. It's just an ad. This is my 4th from the last pack that I'm opening now. 3 more after this. So we are coming near the end, and I did get Kaya, but neither of the other Planeswalkers, because it's Kaya and... Alright, Tybalt is on the back of Valky. Haven't gotten him. Oh, I haven't gotten Nico. I haven't gotten the new Nico. That'd be cool to have, but Tyvar. Really, really wanting Tyvar. Replicating Ring's pretty cool. Don't really want to get into it right now. Blood on the Snow, I think is really good. I have a mono black deck that plays all Snowlands, so I'm going to play it in there, and it's going to be good. Herald, King of Skemfar. Okay. I was saying earlier that I'm not going to play the other Herald that I drew because I already had a showcase version. Now I have another showcase version. I don't have a foil one, but cool. It's still good. And I'm not going to play this, but it's a cool foil, I guess. And the list? No, it's a Human Warrior. Alright. 3rd from the end. Come on, Tyvar. Come on, Goldspan Dragon, I think is its name. Goldspan Dragon. Or, I would also love to get this Serpent, Coma, Cosmos Serpent. God, he really did some work on the last episode of Game Nights, I swear. If y'all haven't seen the latest episode of Game Nights, it's one of the best I've ever done. That game was awesome. And Coma really threw its weight around. Not going to tell you who won, not saying either way, but Coma threw its weight around. In Search of Greatness, I think this card is scary in constructed formats and not that great in Commander. Oh my god. Turgid, God of Fright, is maybe the most, like, feel-bad commander that I've seen in a while. Like, oh my god. Remember when I was saying before, if anyone plops down with the, one of those uncommon commanders, the one that makes the Icy Manolith, or the bird, or whatever, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be like, you're cool, I like you. If anyone drops down Turgid, I kind of want to forfeit right off the bat. This card is no fun. Because your opponents are going to be discarding and sacrificing things all the time, and you're going to steal them. I don't want to do this to anyone, and I don't want anyone to do this to me. Boreal Outriders, alright, Strategic Planning, and... Oh, I did get a card from the list. Interesting, this is Release the Dogs. It's a Jumpstart uncommon. Create 4 white dog creature tokens. And what's funny is, Jumpstart is the only set this has ever been printed in up until now. And Jumpstart was in really low quantities, so I actually bought it as a single.
So it is in fact you that let the dogs out?
Yeah, if you cast that card, you are the one who let the dogs out. So yeah, one of the only cards from Jumpstart that I actually went out of my way to buy a single of, and I drew it now. I mean, it was like 50 cents or something, but still. Hey, foil snow-covered forest. I was really hoping for a foil snow-covered swamp, but it's still cool. Death Knell Berserkers, alright. We've been over some of these. We've been over all of these, really. Starnheim Aspirant. Good to get another one of those. Another Youthful Valkyrie. Cosmos Elixir. Awesome. I love this card. I have a black-white extort deck that this would be perfect in, where I'm frequently gaining life up above 40, and this gives me some card draw, because that's something that deck otherwise kind of lacks. I would really like to get a foil or extended art or something, but I'm happy to get one. Icebind Pillar. This is literally Icy Manipulator. This is literally, someone really loved Icy Manipulator, and was like, let's make a modern Icy Manipulator. We're going to an Icy set. Good for them. Good for them. Craven Hulk, And then, okay. Alright, well, Cosmos Elixir was a cool one to get, but now I have 1 pack left, and I have 2 Mythic Rares I'm looking for. That means I've got a single I've got to purchase, and it's going to be a kind of expensive one. Oh, boy. Well, come on, Dragon. There's Kaya hanging out with some skeletons. It's cool.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she likes dead people. Hangs out with dead people a lot.
Well, she kills ghosts.
Well, okay, I don't know if she likes them, but she hangs out with them a lot, regardless.
She knows a lot about them.
Yep. And coming up on the rare, and it's not one I like. Okay. And hey, okay, Finn the Fangbearer showcase card. Awesome. Alright, well that's an upgrade to one I'm already thinking about playing, so that's good. Yeah. And a foil Saga, Nico Defies Destiny. That's cool. It cares about Foretold cards. I'm not sure I'm doing that. And the last possible list card is not from the list. It is a spirit token. Okay, so my wrap-up here is that the 4 most expensive cards that I wanted, I did not get. That's kind of a bummer. I did want Cosmos Elixir and got it. I did want Blood on the Snow and got it. I did want Essica and got it. I wanted... arguably Starnheim Unleashed Borderless is very, very cool. Resplendent Marshal is a good mythic rare that I was looking for trading to somebody anyway. Skemfar Avenger is very good. I'm definitely going to play it in my elf deck. Emerstern Predator is one of the coolest cards in this set. One of the coolest cards in years. I just love the idea of a vampire dragon. Very happy to get it. Magda, I may be playing this one at some point. Got a couple of white-blue pathways. Specifically just the white-blue one over and over again. Cyclone Summoner is going to be played, though I drew one the other day, so it kind of doesn't matter. Crippling Fear is probably going to be played. Got a Bergie Showcase, that's cool. I'm probably going to play this in something. I don't really have a deck that'd be good for Kaya right now. Yorn's cool. I'm definitely playing Tybalt's Trickery. This is going to be traded for something good. This is one of the more awesome cards that I got. I'm definitely playing it. Definitely playing it. Playing it. Definitely playing it. Definitely playing it. So, I still got quite a few cards that I'm going to be putting into decks. But no Vorinclex, no Valky, no Goldspan Dragons. So, gonna be buying some singles, I guess. Or, I'm not really doing trades these days, I guess. But anyway. Hope you got some enjoyment out of watching me open all of these. And I hope you have a good day, a good weekend, a good life. All right, bye-bye.